Okay, so I'm going to talk today about how it is that I turn over a bed. This is what I do after each crop's come out, but it's also the same process you'd use if you were actually starting off. So you just had some sandy soil and you were wanting to use compost and some other goodies to get it going. So the first thing I'm going to do is push all my mulch back. So I've got that soil exposed. I'm just going to do a little section here for you. Okay, and I've pulled up my retic so that it's going to be laying on top of the soil. So the first thing I've got is some compost that I've made. Got a few bits of straw in it. It's always got bits of plastic, no matter what you do, they always end up in there. Okay, and I'm going to just lay some compost on top of the soil, just like that. Okay, I just put a layer like that on. You can see there's a few wormies in there. Nice, good compost. So a layer, I'd probably put maybe up to my knuckles on there. If you were establishing a bed for the first time, you'd probably put maybe, what's that, 5 or 10 centimeters on top of your soil. I'm then going to add, we talked about the things in the soil. This is some of the chemistry in the soil. So this is a product called rock dust. You can actually buy rock dust and clay together, but this is just a rock dust I bought in a big bag. Best thing to do is buy a big bag and maybe share it with some of your neighbours. Check on the packet how much you do. So you sprinkle that rock dust on top. Okay. Then I'm going to add some clay. You can buy, the cheapest way to do it is just have bentonite clay, but it's actually good to have a few different types of clay. So most of the products you can buy now have a mixture of clays in them, kaolin clay, a couple of different types of clay. And again, just read the packet as to how much you need to be adding. Sprinkle that on top as well. Now, when we talked about the microorganisms in the soil, that we want to make sure we don't disturb them too much. So this is dealt with the chemistry, with the minerals. We've got some clay, which is going to help with our structure. And then we're going to be thinking about the microorganisms that we're adding in the compost. So when I turn it over, I don't dig it over too much. Just turn it over quite gently, like big spoonfuls. If you've got a shovel, you can do this with your shovel as well. Incorporating. You'll read in a lot of books just to leave the compost on top. I find in our Perth sandy soils that just means that it tends to dry out, get a bit of a crust on top. You could try it if you're using lots of mulch, but otherwise just give it a bit of a turn around like that. Okay, and that bed's kind of ready to go. Fantastic.